edition of the Video Square is going to be talking about somebody who says that his lifelong ambition is to be the president of Nigeria.
I've informed the president of my intention. He didn't ask me not to attempt and pursue my ambition. It's a lifelong ambition.
And that is why this evening on the Video Square, we shall be discussing the Nigerian presidency come 2023. Remember some time ago, we started profiling some presidential candidates. We started with Professor Yemi Osinbajo, the sitting vice president of Nigeria. We came down to Ebonyi State, the Igbo land here, where we profiled Dave Umahi. And today, we shall be profiling Bolanle Ahmed Tinubu, the lion of the tribe of Budilion, as they call him, and the Jagaban himself. We shall be profiling him. Bola stands for Bolanle Ahmed Adekunle Tinubu. He was born, according to the official records I have, in 1952, and that is 70 years ago, in Osun State, not even in Lagos. People believe that he's not from Lagos State, he's from Osun State. Little was known or is still known about the father. But we know that the mother, Abibatu Magaji, was a prominent businesswoman in Lagos. He later became the Alozie. Ladies and gentlemen, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, attended St. George's Primary School and Children's Home School, Ibadan. I have no record of his secondary school. In 1975, he left Nigeria for the United States of America, where he studied first at Richard J. Daley College in Chicago, and then Chicago State University, Illinois, where he graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in accounting. He worked for several years in America and returned to Nigeria to work with Mobil Oil Nigeria, where he rose through the ranks, as we often say, to the executive position. Let's talk about his political career. Bola Ahmed Tinubu joined politics fully in 1992 when he contested and won the seat of a senator under SDP. Then there were two political parties, NRC and SDP. That was how he became a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Following the annulment of the June 12, 1993 election, which Abiola clearly won according to records, and it was annulled by Babangida, Ahmed Tinubu joined forces with other pro-democracy groups, and they founded the National Democratic Coalition, NADECO, which fought the military standstill. Together, they ensured that Abacha didn't have it easy in office, to the extent that Bola Ahmed Tinubu had to run out of Nigeria for his own safety. In 1999, when Nigeria returned to democracy, Bola Ahmed Tinubu contested for the seat of the governor of Lagos State, and he won the seat. He was in the saddle as governor of Lagos State from 1999 to 2007. Since after his emergence or his tenure as the governor of Lagos State, he has been the Lord of Lagos State. Little wonder they call him the Lion of the tribe of Budilion. He has always determined who will become what in Lagos State. From his successor, that should be the current Minister of Works and Housing, Raji Fashola, down to the man he said will not return for the second time, and the Ambode, and today, Sanwo-Olu. It has been him that will determine who becomes what in Lagos State. That makes him the Lord of Lagos. Also, Bola Ahmed Tinubu's wife is a serving senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That could be the reason why Olabode George says if Tinubu becomes the president of Nigeria, that he will run to Ghana and stay there to watch what will happen in Nigeria. That should be self-exile. And that should Tinubu become the president of Nigeria, the wife will emerge the Senate president, while the son will become the governor of Lagos State. That was what Sinman alleged. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the brief of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, whose lifelong ambition is to be the president of Nigeria. Constitutionally, he is qualified for that office. Rowland Alozie, Tinubu's lifelong ambition is to be the president of Nigeria. What is your reaction to that?
For me, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, from the time he joined the political foray, he has fought like somebody that has a particular position that he's aiming at. From that 1992, when he became active into politics and the annulment of June 12 election that led to dissolving of the Senate that he was a member of, I think they spent either less than 1 year. Abacha
annulled
the election and dissolved the Senate, and the military rule started afresh again, and the formation of NEDECO. He was very young as at that time, notwithstanding the controversies surrounding his age. Bola Tinubu and controversy are like Siamese twins. His biography reads that he was born in Tinubu's family in Lagos, while the Wikipedia records that he was born in Osun State. So from his birth self, there is controversy. So, and that has made many people to begin to question his age. By next week, I think exactly 8 days today, he'll be 70. I think he was born on the 29th of March. 52. So he'll be 70 by next week. But his appearance doesn't look like that of a 70-year-old person. But when you question his age and discover that he schooled in the US, where records are kept, I think that age should be his age, because I wouldn't believe that the man started lying as far back as 1975 when he went to US to where he did his college and university, just believing that he will be president one day. So he started
doctoring his records.
Age. So I think that is his age. There are people who looks older than their age, irrespective of money that they have. Coming to his what he termed his lifelong ambition, the way he's going about it means that, and the statements that he has made each time people in different groups comes, he always use that word lifelong, meaning that if he doesn't get it, I don't know what will happen to him, because this is the last chance as far as I'm concerned. The present democracy that we are enjoying now, I think the Yoruba race, the Southwesterners have been the highest beneficiary, in the sense that 2007 they produced the president. Why they produced the president in 2007? The present administration now, they have the vice president, and APC have shown their presidential ticket to the South, and that South, the Southwest, have two prominent people, which Tinubu is
one of them. Dr. Mgborogwu, Tinubu's lifelong ambition is to be the president of Nigeria. What is your reaction to that?
Thank you, Dr. Nduagu. The thing is very simple. To the best of my knowledge, every person has ambition.
Okay.
Every human being. That is his own life ambition, to be lifelong ambition to be the president of Nigeria. It's not a bad thing
at all.
So any person fighting him for his lifelong ambition is wasting time. I may be aspiring to be governor in my state any day, anytime. Maybe aspiring to be anything. If I say it's my lifelong ambition, people should allow me to practice it and see if I can get it. So Tinubu did not make mistake to tell people his lifelong ambition.
All right, let me get back to you, Rowland Alozie. What factors would promote this lifelong ambition of his and help him achieve that? And what are the things you feel that are working against him?
As for the things that we promote him in getting what he's aspiring for, I think from the roles that he played, right from the NADECO, the pro-democracy group, that's NADECO, up until 1999 that he became the governor of Lagos State. I think he has made himself, having gone through, I think the lives of Abraham Adesanya, Bola Igedem, Ayo Adebanjo, we are the people that tutored him when it comes to Lagos politics in Lagos State.
Yoruba politics.
Yes. So, and he learned very well from those people and made himself Lord, and not just Lagos State, in the whole of Southwest. And that's why amongst all the people that governed the respective states between 1999 and 2007, The only person that is making wave somehow in that their state is Ojo Zokalo. Apart from Ojo Zokalo, most of the people that were governors as at the time Tinubu was governor. Not most of them have gone to the, but nobody even, if you mention some of them, their names,
People
the people who is that?
So he's been active.
He has been active in Lagos State, in Nigeria. There is no person that has been following politics that you mentioned Tinubu that will not know what Tinubu stands for. Then that.
So his popularity is one factor working for him.
Popularity, that's one. Two, the caliber of persons that he has groomed, who has also held some certain offices, apart from in Lagos State, where he is regarded as a Asiwaju or Jagaban or whatever name. In Nigeria, as a nation, you remember that Babatunde Fashola was his chief of staff in 1999 when he was governor.
Even the vice president today.
And later became governor. The vice president today was a commissioner under him, and today he's the vice president. He also brought somebody like Tunde Fowler, who headed FIRS.
Arebesola.
You also brought somebody like Ben Akabeze, who headed the budget office. So he knows how to see raw talent and groom those talents. And those people that worked under him, Arebesola was a commissioner under him, later went to Osun State and
to become the governor.
So Tinubu is somebody that do I call him an expert in human capital development? That's number one thing that you cannot take away from him. Don't be surprised that in his aspiration to be president now, Tinubu knows his team as in people that will be his ministers across the country. That's one thing that you cannot take apart from the controversies that surround his wealth and every other thing. Then some of the things that people has against him, number one is health. I think the Yoruba nation, assuming the presidency will be zoned to the southwest, I think they will not want what happened to Yaradua to happen to them. So the health issue is one thing. Another thing that people have against him is issue of corruption. I remember in 2019 when 2 billion van we saw in his residence in Bodleian, and questions were raised, and people thought that at least EFCC would have invited him because it is against the Anti-Money Laundering Act for an individual to invite not just a billion van, 2 billion vans, and the amount of money that was inside was not declared, and it was few days to election, and his response was that the money is his own, that he has the right to keep his money wherever he lies. I know that some persons have been have gone to court. Some have even gone to jail for carrying certain amount at the airport, and EFCC prosecuted those people. But for Tinubu, nobody invited him when that issue happened. And the people also believes that his company, the Alpha Beta company that handles Lagos IGR, that it is what he has made from Alpha Beta that has made him so much rich that he owns almost the whole of Lagos State. A lot of things that will work against him, a lot that will work in his favor, but let me stop here.
Dr. Mgborogwu.
Thank you.
Tinubu is popular. Tinubu is rich. There is also a kind of corruption hanging on his neck. Tinubu grooms people, human capital development. But in all this, do you see him having bright chances of emerging as the president of Nigeria next year?
Wikipedia, while explaining Tinubu, concluded with one statement at the bottom of introduction of Tinubu. He said, everything about Tinubu is very, very controversial, except the name Tinubu.
Everything about Tinubu is controversial,
yes,
except the name.
Tinubu.
That one has not been disputed.
It has not been disputed.
Okay.
So if Wikipedia, that all of us rely for a reliable information, will end up the man like that, that is to say a lot of things will work against his ambition.
Okay.
Tinubu is the second richest politician in Nigeria. The first is Ibrahim Babangida. Ibrahim Babangida worth $5 billion. Tinubu worth $4 billion.
Okay.
Atiku is the third billionaire in dollars.
As a politician.
As a politician. We're not talking about business.
Businessman, yeah.
So he has the capacity to actually fight for presidency and get the ticket and go ahead to win. But so many questions has been asked about Tinubu. Few months ago, all of us are aware when his DG was asked a question on air. What age is his master? Where does he come from? What is the source of his income? And every other thing. Till tomorrow. No answer to that question.
Can the DG answer those questions? Those questions should have been meant for Tinubu, not for the Director General.
No. For you to be the Director General of somebody's campaign organization, you are that person personified. You can talk about him. I was once a DG of a campaign organization, and I stand anywhere to talk about the woman. I tell people who she is, where she comes from. So if this man could not answer that question till tomorrow, that question will still come up again. His birth identity is not clear. But he said something that he has money more than Osun State.
An individual?
Yes, he said he is richer than Osun State as a state. Remember, he has never been governor of Osun State. He doesn't live in Osun State. He stays in Lagos. He's a Lagosian. And Wikipedia has pointed that he was born in Osun State and things like that. But the judge, who is a proper Lagosian, is fighting him tooth and nail, trying to ensure that he never command respect again in Lagos. Like my brother said, the man saw tomorrow. It's a vision anyway. That's why he's developing human beings, trying to have forerunners. If somebody has made you a governor, somebody has made you a senator, somebody has made you go to House of Assembly, somebody has made you a minister, you owe that person a duty to fight for him when it comes to. But these things join together. Nigeria we are looking at today is not that Nigeria of yesterday. Our mumu done too much. This is a time people can come and ask questions. If you look at what is happening, you see that a lot of things will work against Tinubu. So many things. If our judiciary will continue the way they are doing now, like today, they throw away
instead of
execution
of Omahi. Though they play the first one because they know that the judge will throw it away. They say they are withdrawing it. They just throw it away. They just struck it off because it cannot stand water. So already the matter, they have gone to appeal. They are coming back for stay of execution. Abuse of process in the court. The same today, all the members of the House of Assembly in Cross River State who defected to APC
are back.
They have been sacked from the House of Assembly. The ticket they are using there is not for APC. So if this electoral act that is being amended is allowed to function, though with this last amendment that the court, High Court in Omaya, have asked the Attorney General of the Federation to strike out Section 84,
subsection
12. And that place is just for government appointees who are still holding office. You know, by that law, every one of them is disqualified from contesting this coming election.
If the law stands.
If the law stands. They now said it is going to be 30 days to
election.
Even party primaries. 30 days to every party primary. Because if you don't have a ticket from your party, you are not contesting. So it's 30 days to the party primaries. And they should expunge the other one and bring this one in. So if these things are to stand properly, you find out that a lot of people, a lot of things, a lot of forces will rise against Tinubu.
Age has been used as one of the factors working against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. People say he's too old to be the president of Nigeria. But my question is age or should age be a factor? Because we know that the current president of the US is over 70. Even some senators are over 70 in the US. And they are also there. Nobody has talked about age. Should age be a factor? Because we also know that there are some young people who have occupied offices and ended up doing worse things. So should we use age as a factor to campaign against anybody? Because that is what people are saying out there.
That particular question, I think the Nigerian President Buhari, did make mention of his age, that age is going to limit his performance when he was elected president. That had he was elected the earlier times that he contested. Now, coming to Bola Tinubu, why people are complaining about his age is not actually because that he is too old. At 70, which is his official age, at 70, the person can function very well. But the issue is the controversy surrounding the age. At a point, people started alleging that the first daughter, who is present Alozie of Lagos, is around
72.
So how come him?
He's 70.
So,
the daughter 72.
Yes.
So nobody knows the magic that happened there. And
But we're not sure of that information about the daughter.
yeah, the thing is that I've seen the first page of his Wikipedia, where people posted that before it was addicted to the 52 that is there presently, that it was 19. I know it's by that what I saw, it should be around 80 something. But be that as it may, the present issue now is that whatever age that he declared that is his age, he's been in and out of hospital of recent, and he has not carried Nigerian problem. When he becomes the president and the problems of Nigeria start weighing him down, adding to the frailty that we are seeing now, I think the problem that we are seeing with the current president, where after a while, he will officially tell the country that he's going on medical leave for 2 weeks. The way the economy is, we need a president that will be in charge, that is hell and hearty, that can travel from Cross River to Maiduguri and not give excuse that his age. He said that what happened was his knee, his shin, and he operated on it. But you see him talking on functions, you see his hand shaking. Was it last month, 2 months ago, where a video or picture of him, he stood up to address people, and his agbada that he wore was drenched, and they alleged that he urinated on his body, and they started making defense that it was Photoshop. It was the cushion where he sat was wet,
was soaked,
and all. We don't want that kind of president. We know what happened when President Obasanjo brought Yaradua, and Yaradua was sick. He was in hospital during the campaign, and the early rumor were going on that Yaradua has died. Obasanjo on a live television program called him Yaradua. They said you are.
Omaru, are you dead?
So we don't want that kind of situation where we be asking our president or president to be whether he's alive or he's dead. We want a president that is sound.
Yes, Dr. Mgborogwu. Rowland said in one of his earlier statements that the Yoruba nation has benefited more than every other ethnicity. Looking at it without being tribalistic, is it fair enough for Yoruba to produce the next president of Nigeria? Because we have two contenders in the APC. Two top contenders are from the Yoruba nation. What's your reaction? And number two, do you think money is going to be a factor? Because Tinubu is rich. And in Nigerian politics, don't rule out the power of money. I have two questions for you there.
If I can start to answer from money. Rochas Okorocha is the 4th richest politician.
Isiwaju.
Yes. Ojo Okalu is the 5th richest politician. Go to Wikipedia. These are Igbo people. They still have billion dollars. Ojo Okalu worth $2.8 billion. Rochas Okorocha worth $3.2 or $6 billion.
Asiwaju.
So I'm telling you, and they are the value. If you value virtually everything, like this Wikipedia is talking about cash at hand. Cash at hand. So Yoruba people have actually gained enough through our support or the support of other tribes. If we all can remember, prior to 1999 election, nobody in Nigeria believed that late Dr. Alozie will not be the president of this country. It was not the right of the Yorubas or the Southwesterners, but we, the people of this 6 geopolitical zone, either by way of betrayal or by way of longer truth for money, now join the bandwagon. You can remember, if you remember, if you were in Nigeria, then you during their convention, you can hear Ikimi,
Tom Ikimi.
Ekweme, Obasanjo, and they will be counting at a point. Some people from this same Southeasterners turn around to remember that Abiola died in the prison, that it was time to compensate them.
The Yoruba nation.
The Yoruba nation. And the Southeasterners contributed money to give to Obasanjo for his campaign to make sure that the Yorubas, which Igbo man headed Nedeko. This Nedeko, my brother is talking about, that brought Tinubu to limelight. Tinubu was a joiner. Even our brother here, Ndubisi Kanu, was ahead of Tinubu in Nedeko. Alex Ekweme was the man in charge. Count all of them. So it is not their right to always be, but they have overstretched their limit by our support. Now, the Northerners have known this political business between the Southeast, South-South, and Southwest. They know that an average Southeasterner is not going to look for anything than money.
That's Onyibo.
Southeasterner. Okay, Onyibo. They are not going to look for anything than money. And the Yoruba man who knows the business will come back. If not, if actually there is zoning in Nigerian politics, why should they allow every zone to contest when it is the turn of a particular zone? Talk about zoning now that it is the right of the Southeast. The Northerner will tell you, the Northeast, Northwest, and North Central will tell you that during their own time, that the Southeasterner contested against them. And because he contested, they are going to contest. Some of these people they are super rich. Everything a Southeasterner need is how to be richer than the other person. This Tinubu we are extraying today, because what he is, or who he is, because he did not want to be the only Yoruba big man. My brother was counting the President Osibanjo, his product, Ambo, the one-time governor, his product, Aregbesola, his product, Fashola, his product, his wife in Senate, his product,
Tunde Fowler,
the present speaker, House of Reps,
Bajabiamila,
his product, the Fowler that took FIR for years, his product, because he handed over that one to him, and so on and so forth. Come to our place. These are our people that are declaring their intention now to contest. Who have they met? Who will support them? The Yorubas know how to support each other. They know how to make sure that they are planted here and there. Even in common companies where they are. Go to Nigerian Bureau in Aba. If you go there and see the managers and the assistant managers, ask everybody. The Yorubas are more in number. When Liver Brothers was still here, they are more in number. Go to PZ, they are more in number. Our people are casual workers, plant attendants, line attendants. So the Yoruba man can still contest if they come back to narrow or zero down the zoning to southwest.
Should Tinubu win the ticket of APC, do you see him emerging the president of Nigeria, Rowland Alozie? Should he win the ticket?
If Tinubu wins APC ticket, he has chances. One, his party is still in power. Secondly, is if the president, if he's the rightful person that the president
supports,
gives his blessing to emerge from his party, that means he will give all his whatever support, whatever machinery that the office he occupies can bring to make him win. But one other factor that will play a very vital role is where will the presidential candidate of PDP
come from?
They've just set up, I think, a 31-man and 37-man committee to determine the zone or the zones where their presidential candidate will come from. And the Northeast are not happy. They are not happy in the sense that apart from the present Senate president, that's the highest office they've had since we returned to democracy, and they want to be the president. And that was one of the things people were alleging against the current chairman, caretaker extraordinary convention committee of APC. When there is one picture that surfaced last month where him, the Senate president, and Atiku sat, and people said that the Northeasterners are planning on how to get the president. They started denying that it was an old picture. So if PDP zones their ticket to the north, maybe let's say northeast, because the northwest where Yar'Adua came from has benefited. The north central is where the current national chairman of PDP comes from. So it is either the northeast or southeast. If PDP zones their ticket to the northeast, it will limit the chances of Tinubu, because a northern APC person will prefer a PDP man that is from the north than his party person who is from the south. That is that. However, Tinubu, being whom he is, if you look at the names of the people that he did the Nadeko thing with, the people that the fashion of SDP that he was, I think they had fashion before they now became one SDP. They called them the Pro People Group. You see the likes of Shehu Musa Yar'Adua, Umaru, Atiku Abubakar, all those the strong politicians of the north then. So he has his tentacles in the north as well. Even before he made his declaration to the president that he wants to run for president, I think he went for one function in the north, and they were calling him His Excellency.
His Excellency, yes.
They were calling him His Excellency, and these are people calling him His Excellency, National Assembly members from the north. So the man, when they call him whatever name, Jagaban, the man understands Nigerian politics, but there are forces that wouldn't want him to get that his lifelong ambition, and that might be the only thing that we deny him. But with AP, we have been mentioning Tinubu, we've been mentioning Professor Yemi Osibajo. Nobody is talking about Chibike Rotimi Amechi, who many people believes that he's President Buhari's favorite.
He hasn't said anything yet, so we wouldn't preempt him. We'll go into that. That's why we carefully avoided him. Ladies and gentlemen, Tinubu wants to become the president of Nigeria, and it is his lifelong ambition. He is not joking about it. He is not playing about it. He is putting in his best, his all, into that project. Who is Tinubu? Should Tinubu emerge the president of Nigeria? That is what we are discussing. What factors are working in his favor and what factors are working against his favor? He is popular. He is rich. He has a national spread, having produced several people. He's accepted in the north, as somebody mentioned. But let us not forget the controversies as have been mentioned. The age controversy, the controversy surrounding his health, the controversy surrounding his source of wealth, because Reno Omokri on Friday, on Thursday, said that Tinubu should say who his father was. How did he make his money? He should tell the world how he made his money. He made reference to the former Senate President Saraki. Yes, Saraki, we can know that the father made a lot of money for him. He mentioned some other person that the source of the person's money. He even mentioned Ojo Okalo, that everybody knows that Ojo Okalo had made money before becoming the governor, whether that is true or not. But Tinubu, who was your father? How did you make your own wealth? Reno Omokri said it point blank.
And remember, Mr. You remember you said something that you don't have record of his secondary school.
Well, I don't for now. I didn't say it there. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be throwing our lines open for you to call in and make your contribution.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, your name and where you are calling from?
My name is Ezendibo.
Ezendibo, welcome.
From Oboya Road.
Welcome, Ezendibo.
On this issue, I will say that in Nigerian constitution, everybody is free to participate.
You're right.
But there is a limitation or a barrier for everybody to win. Now, there is this adage which says first impression matters. Look at the life of Tinubu. The first impression when he was sick, where did he treat himself? Overseas. Charity begins at home, not outside. Now, how many of his children schooled here in Nigeria? None of them. And they come to the health issues. From the side of health issue, he is going nowhere. Therefore, no matter how he has groomed all people, just like you people said, human resources development, no matter how he has groomed all people, and the corruption or money laundering saga around his neck, he is going nowhere. Come to the side of the age. Although the United States of American president is above 70, he's still healthy and active. 0 over 100. At this juncture, I will say that from the people's mind and the people's choice, he is going nowhere.
Thank you, Ezendibo. Thank you. He has made very valid points. Hello, let's take other calls.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Your name and where you're calling from?
Chako, good evening, sir.
By his voice, I will always know him. Welcome, Chako.
Yeah, good evening, the two guys in the studio.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, as I see, Chako, you see, to me, if I'm to ask Tinubu, I'll ask him to go and sit at a place. Because, number one, he's not showing us what to do as in when he will assume the office if he wins as a president. Because now, he's still traveling from one place to another. The other time he went to London for a medical checkup. And you see that this is what we have been seeing in the house of the president. He has been traveling from one place to the other without handing over to the vice president. And now, he just showed that this Tinubu, if truly he wins, he will not stay in this country for one week. He will be going to check up outside the country. And we don't want it.
All right, Chako.
He needs somebody that will put this place in order.
Chako,
since he has been in governor, I have not seen what this is.
Let me react to one of the issues
let him go and sit down.
Yeah, thank you. Let me react to one of the issues. He said Tinubu has not told us what he would do if he becomes the president. It is not yet time for campaign. So we don't expect him to say that. And then he also said that Buhari has been traveling without handing over to the vice president. I don't have any such record because I think the vice president is still working in his absence. So these are the things that Tinubu should go and sit somewhere. Maybe sit in Lagos. I don't know where else. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening. Your name and where you are calling from?
My name is Mr. Femi.
Femi, welcome to the show.
Yeah, but I this year our program, I'm very, very interested to hear this.
Thank you very
I
much.
want to speak about our Jagaban,
Yeah.
about Tinubu.
Yeah, where is Femi from?
Oh, so you are from Lagos State, I'm from Ajabali government.
Go ahead.
And you are calling from Lagos State.
Okay. So I want to let you know that the Baba will know Jagaba. Whatever he said he will do, he normally do it. But I for now, my fear is it's no more strong again.
Okay.
It's no more strong again. Why can't he just overlook everything, just hand over to the person that's supposed to hand over this issue? Because it's no more strong again. We know him when he was a Lagos State, he was strong man, but now he's no more strong again. So my word, I just want to say, let him just drop down.
Thank you very much.
Straight, continue the journey.
Femi says Tinubu is no longer strong. That is, the age and health issues have come to play. Good evening. Your name and where you are calling from?
Yeah, this is good and no bad from Mgborogwu.
Good, no bad. Welcome to the show.
Okay, thank you.
Must be bad in your
For
life.
me, the issue about Tinubu Buhari have been saying that he wants to become the president by all means, because that is his ambition. It's very good to see that kind of celebration, because all these our people that is here, whether they're from my or Karen, all of them, they are not like that. See, I've been a while I hear from Ojos or Karen. Do you understand? So if Tinubu is the man that is speaking, let him speak, because the people that contesting with him is not even vibrant like him. So if he can have that kind of moral to speak, let him go ahead and speak. That is his own opinion. It's left for people that is going to vote, whether they will vote him in or not. Are you with me?
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
let him do what he wants to do.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Your name and where you are calling from?
This is Joe Ike. I'm calling from Fox Road.
Joe Ike, welcome to the village school.
Yes, I want to talk about Jagaban.
Go ahead.
I know Jagaban were a very good politician that missed the tentacles of politics. He's a giant, he's a colossal in politics, as far as I know. But let me tell people, God said, I will show mercy to people I want to show mercy. When Buhari wanted to come, people started talking like this. You know, they said, okay. And I don't see leadership as maybe your age. It's what is inside you. Are you getting? Most countries that develop, they do not develop because a young man ruled them. Are you getting me?
Yes.
So it's what is inside you. And God is in charge of health. Let them allow that man. Let him. They are not his God. They should allow him. Let him try. He might be the best. That's the way. After all, that is more age than him, and some other countries altogether. Let them allow that man to live.
Nobody's stopping him. I don't think anybody has come to say Tinubu you should not contest. It is his constitutional right to do so. Wherever go. So all we're doing is we're analyzing him and his chances. All right, gentlemen here with me. Tinubu wants to be the president of Nigeria. People should determine and decide. It is not Tinubu that will decide whether he's to be the president or not. Nigerians should decide. Dr. Mgborogwu, your parting shots to Nigeria.
Nigerians and Abians, generally. Let us shine our eyes. We here is doing our best to educate people. Let them know what we think is right. It is the masses, the people, that will determine. His personal desire, nobody has the right to stop him from that. He has everything it takes to go about it. He is qualified. Health or no health, this or no that, Nigerians will decide. Both as a party, APC, PDP, every other political parties will decide what to do that will be best for them. Thank you.
Thank you.
For me, his party, because before he comes to the Nigerian public, he has to scale the hurdle of
the
party primaries. So the party should look inward. Does Bola Tinubu now
possess
that strength that he had, that he was able to, despite Obasanjo seizing the allocation of Lagos State LGAs for 3 years, that he was able to pay salaries and also do developmental projects in Lagos State? Does he have the strength now to do the maneuvering that he was able to do then if the weight of Nigerian problems is come upon his shoulder. So his party, the stakeholders that he's consulting with, should look inward and make that decision.
Thank you very much. APC should look inwards and make the decision to see if Bola Tinubu should be their best bet in the final analysis, because any party, the success of a party at the final election starts with the primaries. If you get it wrong at the primary election, you've lost it all. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the much we can take on the Village Square this evening. Do join us again same time next week for another interesting edition of the Village Square. Remain law abiding. I am Dr. Stanley Nduagu. Goodbye.